What's up, Better Days? I'm gonna clear all this cilantro out of the garden and make room for summer crops. Okay, I just ran the tiller through these three little beds here. There was cilantro here, and here, and here. And now they're all ready. I think these are all gonna be potato beds. I'm not sure just yet, but I've got them ready now. All right, it's time to start putting the corn in the ground. I've got Silver Queen corn. That's what we're gonna put in here. A couple, maybe 3 rows. We'll see. So there's gardens on both sides of the yard. That's the one we just did over there. We're gonna put a row in over here as well. GoPro, stop recording. For this side of the garden, I've got sweet corn, peaches and cream, Okay, we've got a little space left over where I didn't have enough corn to go all the way through the row. So I'm gonna use these potatoes. Every time I had a less than desirable potato at the restaurant, I would throw it in this box. And all the ones that grew nice roots like this, I cut, let them heal, and now we're gonna plant these in this row with as much of this stuff on top of it in a mound as we can get. All right, that big hill should turn into a whole bunch of potatoes this fall. Right around, I'd say just before Halloween. Okay, I've got these cilantro beds that I cleared out, and I'm gonna go ahead and make room for potatoes and do some more mounds like the ones we have on the other side. I've got a few of these potatoes left over, so I'm gonna put them right here next to this grapevine. Looks like it's recovering from that freeze. It's got little balls on there again. Boy, it didn't like a heavy freeze. I didn't know that, so we'll have to protect that in the future. So I just threw all the last of the potatoes in this hill for good measure. So that's 2 beds and 2 half beds. So now what we've got over here is garlics, potatoes, potatoes, more potatoes, recovering grapevine, potatoes, strawberries, garlic, lots of garlic, a whole full bed of garlic. And then over here we've got 2 rows of silver queen corn. Very good looking. And then plenty of lettuce. This grew over the winter. These are beautiful. I've been eating them every day. Okay, so it's May 8th, and all that stuff we just planted is starting to come up, and we have a problem. Tonight is a freeze warning for Middle Tennessee, May 8th. The latest freeze in Nashville was April 25th, and they've got a potential freeze on for tonight. So what we've got is stuff like this. These are all the corn, that long row of corn I planted, and these are pretty susceptible to a hard freeze. So I've got a fan here, and you can see that's moving that leaf. What you want to do is go as far down this row. I only have a couple fans, one for this side and one for the other side. So we're gonna see how far down here this wind is moving these. These are still moving a little. You still feel it blowing. That's gonna keep the frost from settling on all of these. But these down here are on their own. And if you put a sheet on something this small, it could crush it. So I'm gonna take some umbrellas There's not going to be any wind tonight. If there were, we wouldn't have this freeze problem. I'm just going to cover these up the best I can. Whoop. Okay. There we go. I'm just going to cover up as much as I can and hope that frost doesn't settle down underneath there. All right, so this is the grapevine, and it took frost damage earlier in the year. See right there, it had already leafed out and those all died. Now these all came back. They're all gonna die tonight. So I can cover that to prevent it. Put this sheet on there. There we go. Get that good and covered. Here's the potatoes that came up. My little rows of potatoes that we just planted. Lettuce is still chilling. So we've got wind blowing down here. Umbrellas covering the last little bit of the row. Let's see here. Make sure this sheet is covering this thing as much as it can. I don't want any frost to get in there. There we go. Now, this shouldn't be necessary. We don't usually have any kind of freeze this late, but you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, you guys remember this row we planted? We've got the fan blowing on the little corns. These are moving all the way down here, so that means the frost won't settle on these. Got the wind blowing on them, so we can, let's see here. Look, it's even moving this. So we'll just put one umbrella here on these last couple. There's this row of taters. Looking pretty. Raspberries are fine. All berries are gonna be fine. Garlic's gonna be fine. The lettuce is fine. I've got another sheet. These are the sunflowers, so we can cover them up. There we go. And I've got one umbrella left. I'm gonna put it on the extra side for coverage. I'm gonna put it on the other side for extra coverage. There we go. I don't know, hopefully that'll work. It's better than nothing. That's my only other option, is doing nothing. So, all right, that's all the spring stuff in the ground. We've got our potatoes and corn. That's all the spring stuff in the ground. We've got everything we can put out this time of year. It's early. It's already going. There'll be a few more things that get planted. We've got a little space in the garden still for that. We'll do that after the next walkthrough. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a better day. And stay warm.